Welcome back. I want to continue talking about this matter of sin. Last week we talked about what God hates. Today I want to talk about the arithmetic of sin. So join me as we look into yet one more aspect of how sin impacts our lives. I have seen imprisoned men and women shake their heads mournfully and say, "I never thought it would come to this." When they began to break minor laws, they never intended to go into serious trouble. But instead, one thing led to another, and they became more and more involved in a life of crime, and now they languish in jail. These men and these women fail to realize that sin always progresses. When we flout God's laws, when we disobey God's laws in one facet of life, a kind of mathematical law of addition and multiplication goes into effect. And soon sin affects other areas of our lives. It's foolish to think that we can keep just one pet sin. We can't. That single sin will spread unless we deal radically with it. That's why Jesus spoke of cutting off the offending hand and plucking out the offending eye in Matthew chapter 18, verses 8 and 9. By using such a strong figure of speech, he was saying, do whatever is necessary to stop. We cannot afford to toy with sin. We can't. 3 times in Romans chapter 1, Paul said of the unbelievers that God gave them up to their evil ways. God gave them up to their evil ways. In other words, he allows wickedness to run its downhill course until judgment falls and there's no escape. We can avoid the inevitable arithmetic of sin by trusting Jesus as our Savior and giving over our entire life, the control of our life, to Him. His power in our lives can overcome sin. Join me next week as we continue with yet one more aspect of how sin impacts our lives. I'll see you next time as we continue to learn together.